Oh, this is my Nemesis fish to catch.
I hate them.
Oh, I hate them too.
They're beautiful, but I hate
They're
them.
William's eye.
And what?
Welcome back to Florida Exotic. Today I'm working over here. This is my area here where I catch fish out of. And we're doing a couple things. We're resupplying my area with fish. The guys are bringing stuff over because everybody catches different fish. I catch most of these fish are on me or Glenn. So they're going to resupply us. But some of the fish you're going to bring over are in tanks big water tanks where we don't need them anymore. So what we're going to do is just kind of, they're going to bring them to me, unload them, and then I'm going to put them in the tanks. I'm going to see if I like the sizing of them, if it's what I don't want. And I'm taking in some fish right now that I need for an order. Joe, hold this for me, please. These are Heterodons. Neat little fish. No color right now. It gets to be about 4 or 5 inch. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are 11, 12. That's a little bit bigger one. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are probably the same age. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Rigo, you can just put those right there, please.
31, 33. Yeah, just keep unloading those tanks. 45, 6, 7, 38. 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 45, 6, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, Joel, take those in across them to 10 gallon and dump them. It says Heterodon. These are probably the same age, but you know, we've got different growth on them because I would imagine the difference between males and females. This little guy, no telling what on him. But these are Heterodons. All right, let's see now what they got for me over here. All righty, okay. Let's see what they got. Oh, they didn't dump this? All right. And what happens is, like I said, everybody has, here on the farm, has their own catch. And by that I mean, when I write up my catch sheets, I know who's catching what. And this is really my area, so I catch this. And sometimes I get fish over here that I don't normally catch, but I bring them over if the numbers are too small. I put them in these 300 gallon tanks. These are hongi, red top hongi. Libidinochromis hongi, H-O-N-G-I. There's a nice male right here. And these are different size. I might later on come out. That's probably a female. They get that little yellow chin. Let me put them next to each other like this. This is a pair. And most likely what I'll do is I'm going to sell these bigger ones and I'll tell my customers, yeah, I can pair them. Nice fish. Good little Pseudodeeps, Libidinochromis type fish to have in your tank. Great. Dump those. Now let's see.
We dump these in the net, right?
Oh yeah, okay. All right, these are Chiry, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it. C-H-E-W-E-R-E. When this fish first came in, we called it Avanti, A-V-A-N-T-E, and we named it after Dr. Meadows, who is our doctor in the neighborhood when I grew up. He had a Studebaker Avanti. I don't know if any of you remember that. But I'll come back here, because there's a lot of fish here. I'll come back here probably the first time I go in here, and I'll separate these sizes. They're fine here like this, but I'll just do it easy for me, because I'm going to call these on my price list a medium. This size up will be a medium.
And the reason why these fish are all different sizes, the guys are bringing these in from bigger water. It's still kind of cool outside, so we don't want to do a lot of handling. I mean, Rick's handling these here just to show you guys. But
but we're going to come back and throw a little salt in the tank, which is great for them. So these are Chiwirys. You guys just keep unloading them. This is my Nemesis fish to catch.
I hate them.
Oh, I hate them too.
They're beautiful, but I hate them.
They're William's eye.
And why do we hate them?
Because these guys, there's probably 150, 200, 300, I mean, I don't know how many in here. And these guys, even there's this many in here, they can hug the walls and go. I don't know how they do it. It's almost like they're Houdinis. But they've got the nice yellow chin on them. That's a little male there, probably a female.
They're beautiful, but they do. They're very difficult to catch out of the vats. They hug the walls.
Even though if we'll be lucky when we come out here to catch these, we'll be lucky if we pull a net through here. There's two different sizes here again. I might divide them. If we could catch 20, we'll be happy. And when it gets down, they get in the corners. We'll show you someday how to do it. You have to put your hand in there and just shove down on them to catch them. William's eye. All right, these, we got fish. Oh yeah. These are my only, and there's a little heterodon in here that actually got me. Joel, do me a favor, take this down, dump in the last tank where the heterodons were down there. The very last one. These are salicide, and these are not for sale. I didn't realize that this fish was so hard to find. I mean, sometimes I had people used to raise them for me, but apparently they lost them. This doesn't get to be but, maybe 2 inches, 2.5. And there's a white lab in here because the guys, when they're messing around. This is probably going to be a male because you can already see his bars coming up. He's going to get blue. Female is going to stay yellow like this. But I'm going to hang on every one of these and put a big sign. This is going to be a male. Put a big sign on him that says, not for sale. And this little guy, he might have gone to another place. Sometimes he gets squished when they catch him in the net. They're catching him over there with seines, big seines. Okay, right here we have champs. This is Champs Acromis.
Why they didn't bring many of these up, Rick?
Well, I think we've got two different, they split them size-wise. Joel, I guess those salicides were in with the white labs, right? Yeah, those salicides, I didn't even know, I forgot I even had them. I had the guys take them out and hide them from me. Okay, this is Champs Ceruleus. This thing gets to be, it's got no color now. But it's rare for us to get them this size because people buy them small, buy them all up. Doesn't have much color. I mean, there's nothing here. It's called the Malawi trout. Come on, guy, you want?
And it should be called the Malawi jumper.
Well, they are jumpers. They're crazy. But the thing gets to be about 12, 13 inches long and beautiful. I mean, absolutely incredible. But it takes a year and a half to get them that size. These, if I even tried to put them aside, and it's not going to happen. If I put them on the list, they're gone. And because people know that the big ones are worth unbelievable amounts of money. Okay, these are Pseudodeeps, and okay, they split sizes. These are Msobo they're Pseudodeeps, but they call them Pseudodeeps sometimes. I think it's the area they come from. Male, female. And these are incredible difference in sizing. So, I mean, that's a female for sure. See the big hole in the back? And this is going to be a male, even though he's not full-blown color yet, male. But this is a male that's been probably doing some breeding. I think these guys may be bred in the tank, don't you, Glenn? I got those. Yeah. So these are female.
Well, this male, I'm surprised they even, it's the way his coloration is.
Yeah.
Fired up, man, fired up.
Yeah, within a couple of weeks, we're going to get into what we would call our heavy-duty breeder season. March, April, it starts. And we get, it's more sunlight, warmer, and the fish really crank up. So what we're doing right now is also, I think there's some fish they brought in from big water that there weren't enough fish in the tank. These are more deeps, smaller. But even at a small size, I mean, you can pick out, I mean, this is going to be a little male. Because, I mean, even the small size, there's difference in the color. And so he's not fired up like the males behind me, but it's just a pair. And I will try to pair them when I sell them. But these are going to be regulars. Those are going to be regular plus. Those are nice size. Those are really young breeders. Okay, we got here. These are some, looks like, these are sunshines, right? Okay, well, these are sunshines. So I think I've got some bigger sunshines over there. These must have been in the tank, so they brought them. These they broke down the tank. That's going to be a little male, flat out. That's going to be a male. So even at 2.5, that's a male. Even at 2.5, you can tell them. And I could still turn them over and see, but I'm going to leave these. If I leave these alone, there's the male. If I leave these alone for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they're away from the adults that I'm going to show you in a minute, these little males they wouldn't feel comfortable showing up. All of a sudden, this is going to be a nice colored tank of fish. Okay, these are what we call German reds. There's all kinds of reds. These came out of a vault they broke down. Some of the reds have more red on them. Some of them have less. This fish, I guess this fish is a hybrid, because I don't believe this fish exists in the wild. Never heard of it being in the wild. And I think it came out of a sunshine originally, and then it's been line bred. There are about 5 types of reds. We've got 2 types. This is our one type of red. We got another type of red. Some of them have a little more red. Some of them, depending where they're coming out, where they were, it'll show up better in the wild. Do you see my clipboard down there? Can I have that bucket, please? Some of these go in. I might as well take them. I'm catching an order while I'm doing this. Okie dokie. Okay, you're going to take these and put them right next to the Heterodon. Okay. And you're not going to worry about labeling them. You're just going to put them in there. So, like I said, these are a hybrid. These did not exist in the wild, which is okay. And like they got German red. This is German red. They got fire red. They got everybody that's come up with a different strain of them and label them. And then usually what people do is you go online and you see this outstanding, knock your socks off. The fish, and you go, man, I want that fish. Good luck finding it. Chances are, these are ready. Chances are the fish has been a filter used on it. That's a waste of my tank for 2 fish. It's okay. Chances are that the tank the lens has a filter on it, or it might be their one fish. These have to be a leftover tank. These are Angara.
And the guys will bring up males out of tanks that they're resetting for things, so their ratios are probably off.
And the thing of it is, I hate to say it, but lots of our orders are flat out males only. And I'm trying to convince customers, because my guys always tell me, and I know it for a fact, that if you want an all male tank, great. But you should throw an assortment. It doesn't matter. If you're not raising them to resell and call something, in other words, if you had Angaras and Regals and Sunshines and Bicolors and Lawandas and all that stuff in your tank, and you threw 10 females in there, these fish are going to stay fired up a lot more than if you just have a bunch of males. And the aggression is going to be cut down because they're going to be, hanging out with the females and stuff like that. So these are Angaras. So this was probably I'll put money on it. This was maybe in one of our 8x16s, which is about 2,500 gallons. And they've probably been catching them out of here for, Angara's out of there for 6-8 months. And now the numbers, they would have left it, if this was 2 months ago, they wouldn't have bothered to bring it down because we have no use for it. But a month from now, they're gonna have 800 small Angaras that they're gonna wanna move out in that same tank. So, waiting for more fish. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, these are a red type of pseudo, but this is really Metroclima Galleria Reef male.
Pretty
nice fish. These get bigger. They get some really good barring on them. These bars will be more accentuated. Again,
you know, I forgot that the guys were even breeding these. That's
yeah, I know.
amazing.
Still female, no color. So again, this is going to be a pair. This could be a pair. They don't get super big either. Well, they get 4.5 inches. Nice fish though. Here's a nice little fired up male. Probably been doing his thing out there. Probably some of those females even could be holding. All right. Okay, this is another tank. They must have broken the tank down. Joel, do you have a bucket? Do you see my listo? I know I need some of these. These are sunshines. Now again, there's 4 or 5 sunshines out there. There's Malaria Island, there's Banshee, there's a couple other ones. So I need 9 of these. Now you got to remember something about these fish. They're just being brought in. They're not gonna. Their color is going to improve sitting out here. Just sitting out here. But when they bring them in buckets, oops. And it stresses them a little bit. So they will lose some color.
Show us a nice male. Wow, look at that.
Yep. Some of these will have more blue face, and some of them will not. Glenn, how many are in that bucket?
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 7, 7.
8. 9. Okay. Again, Tony, you go in the warehouse?
Okay.
Will you dump these across from the 10 gallons and just mark them sunshines?
And are you missing any fish from your list?
Pearl zebras.
Pearl zebra.
No.
Are we out?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, these are Gold Labs. 2 different sizes. I put some in the tank. These are large. Now we really, breeding wise, we're really careful to keep this black dorsal because this is what it should be. But we're gonna, when breeder season comes up, we're gonna go through every fish that we have in our breeder population, males and females, and look for the most black on them because that's the way they are. This fish, I don't believe this fish has come into the country in 20 years. I could be wrong. Maybe some of them have gone into Europe. But this fish was showed on the market many, many years ago. Just a beautiful, and the cool part about it is, unlike some of the other Libidinochromis, this is Libidinochromis, by the way, Libidinochromis ceruleus gold. I call it gold lab. Other people call it yellow lab. Tomato, as long as you're getting what you think you're getting. But these are just probably a lot of males. They separate the size. There's a dark one. We would never breed with that. And that will not, that'll go into my assorted. Nothing wrong with it. It just may not feel comfortable as the other ones. Now these are a different size gold chromis that probably came out of the same tank. And again, we're looking for black dorsal. So when we set up, these guys will see the black dorsal starting up. And as they mature, even a little guy like this, a lot of chromis out there don't, golds, don't even have the black dorsal at all anymore. And some of them, I think, have been crossed over, not intentionally, but with like a white lab or something like that, because some of them are just so washed out. So again, if these were with them, these guys are gonna, 3 or 4 days from now, they're gonna be even better gold, because again, they don't show their true colors if they've got big old monsters they gotta deal with. All right, that does that row. And I had the guys pull this tank right here because I need 4 of these guys. These are Phenochyllus, Pseudochromis Phenochyllus star sapphires. We showed you them before when they were chunked out. But this is what they look like. This is a 4-inch fish. And so what we do is, there's fish in here, but I'm taking 4 out. And again, like I said before, it's so hard for us to get these up to big because people say, oh, do you have any at all? I said, well, yeah, I got them. And then I come in here and I take them out, and I don't get them up to where they've got the white markings on them, where they become super valuable. But we don't crowd these guys. One of the things we know is, on a fish like this, I'd love it to be this big, because then it would be wonderful. If I'll leave these alone, they'll get that big. But we don't put, there's no way I'm going to put a whole bunch, because we know that putting a smaller amount of fish in here, leaving them alone, and letting them grow. But here I am doing what I said I wouldn't do. But this is a very good customer of mine, so I did it. So they caught some of these fish out for me. I would say within 6 months, if I stay out of here. But you know, there was an old fish farmer down here who used to just say, money in the bank is better than fish in the tank. So you can already see that he's going to get a little bit of white coming up. There's another one right there. So anyway, they caught these up to me so I can grab 4, ship them to one of my very good customers, yada, yada, yada. But we're going to leave these alone, the rest of them, and hopefully I will leave them alone. And the next person that asks me about them, I'll say, nope, don't have them, which I know I won't do. Because fortunately or unfortunately, most of my customers have been long timers, and when they ask me, I say yes. So anyway, I'm going to go through these in a minute, pick out my 4 best ones, and take them in. But anyway, thanks for watching us, and I just told you what, subscribe, give us a comment, something you want to know, why did you do that, and like us, and we'll be glad to answer those questions. And adios.
See you next time.
See you next time.